All right, check this out. You can't find this in stores anymore. Today, this is a show and tell video of the Master Stealthtenna Model 3010 Suburban Reception TV Antenna. It's one of my favorites. I've finally been able to source out the custom preamp that was designed for this model. And today I will show it to you and we'll try it out. Originally, I bought this antenna from Crutchfield back in the day when they actually sold TV antennas. And naturally, being an antenna collector, I have a couple of these still in the original box. I have two of these Stealthtennas installed at my house, and I've been using them for about 14 years. They have given me reliable reception on my local over-the-air channels. This one here you can see is starting to look a little weathered, some surface rust on the elements, but they've held up very well, especially in the harsh winters that we get up here in Northern Ontario. These antennas were originally designed for channels 2 to 69 as well as FM radio stations. Of course, the over-the-air TV band has changed a lot since then, but even if you have an older antenna like this, it'll still work just fine. Antennas do not care if a signal is analog, digital, HD, or standard definition, or next gen for that matter. An antenna is an antenna, and all it sees is RF frequencies. I like the eagle's wing design of it. It's about 52 inches wide, and it works fine in my area to pick up the low VHF stations that are broadcast around here. As I mentioned, I finally sourced out a preamp for this antenna. It's not just any preamp though. This was specifically made for the Stealthtenna, and I've managed to get by without a preamp, I should say, as well. All these years, never really needed it, but I picked one up, so we'll put it in today and try it out. Here's a look at the inside. Got the cover popped off here, and these are the guts of the antenna. This is the original circuit board that the antenna comes with, and it's really just a combiner for the UHF and VHF elements into the F connector. And this circuit board here is the preamp. It connects them all, but it has the preamp circuitry built in, and as well there is an FM trap right here. You can switch to either out or in, and what that means is that the FM radio signals that the antenna catches will either be filtered on the inside, meaning they're filtered out before amplification, and on the outside they would be filtered out after the signal's amplified. Personally, I think it's better to filter those away before the signal is amplified, so that's why I have it set to in. With the preamp installed, cover can go back on. We'll just snap that down and put the two screws back, and then we'll put this on the mast and do a signal test. Almost ready to put the mast up. These bolts require a 10mm socket. I hope you can find yours. Well, I wish these clouds would go away so I can get a nicer shot of this Stealthtenna up in the sky here. It's pointed in the same direction as the broadcast signal in my area. Let's go inside and check the signal meter. Of course, a preamplifier needs to be powered, and this is one of those mysteries of life. People wonder, how do you get power out to the preamp if there's no separate extension cord to it? Well, that's because the voltage runs back through the coax cable. This is a power injector that has a power source here. There's the power supply for it, and that injects power into the coax cable. So the signal travels in from the antenna, and this sends voltage back out through the coax cable to power that preamp. And then this is your amplified signal going to the TV, connecting to the cable antenna in plug on the back of the television. Let's take a look at the signal. This is low VHF channel 2. Outstanding signal here, 96, 97, and 2930 signal to noise ratio. That's excellent. Any signal to noise over 20 decibels gives you a usable picture. Here is low VHF channel 4. Again, excellent signal. mid to high 80s and 28 dB signal to noise there, 27. Excellent. Can't complain about that at all. And finally, high VHF channel 9. Same thing, very strong signal and signal to noise. This is why I love this antenna. It's not too big, but it does a great job for my local over-the-air stations. With the preamp installed in the antenna, it sets the noise floor of the system, ensuring that the TV signal can overcome any losses along the way through the coax cable, so when it reaches the television, you have a stable picture that is watchable. Does anybody know why they might call this the Stealthtenna? Let me know what you think in the comments.